Melania and Ivanka Trump both praised Saudi Arabia for their efforts to empower women. But this is a country where women need to be accompanied by a man in public, forced to use separate entrances to some businesses, and they're the only country in the world that doesn't let women drive. So people are having some questions about the idea of empowerment and what they're talking about.
I was looking at the list, and some of the things they do there I agree with. For instance, they're banned from reading fashion magazines. Good. They just pollute your mind anyway, you know? They're barred from entering a cemetery. Even if they're dead, that one confused me. And also, I looked up, in 1974, a woman in this country could not get a credit card without her husband's permission. 1974.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get to vote in the whole country till 68, so that's not a shock.
But this is not that long ago. I mean,
neither was 68.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so, you know, we can yell at them and make fun of them, but meanwhile, and all the men that we've seen in Trump's cabinet and all those pictures of all those men, how are they that much different? Well, they don't have schmatters on their head, that's true.
It is pretty different, though. I mean, I think it was a little tone deaf for them to say it's about the empowerment of women, because each of the women that they met with 15 business leaders. Each of them had a chaperone. I think they're called guardians.
Guardian, yeah.
And so women in Saudi Arabia aren't allowed outside without a male guardian. And so the fact that they are, sort of praising Saudi Arabia for its empowerment of women is a problem. And I think it's also a problem that Ivanka Trump's fund is going to get $100 million from the Saudi government.
Foundation.
Yeah. The foundation.
Remember when they criticized Hillary Clinton's foundation? Now
Trump criticized her during the debates and said, how dare you take money for the Clinton Foundation from Saudi Arabia because it's a place that doesn't treat women well. And now his very daughter, who's really kind of the surrogate first lady, is taking 10 times as much.
It's not a little tone deaf, it's a lot tone deaf.
And
when it's bad. And when Ivanka was out there, she's making these strange parallels between the United States and Saudi Arabia, saying in every country, including the U.S., women and girls face challenges. Yes, that's true. We face challenges here, but women can swim, women can drive. There's no parallel that should be made between the United States and Saudi Arabia. But you're allowed to.
I'm not allowed to drive.
So it bothered me because if you're going to be first lady, or Ivanka, who often appears like she's taking a first lady role, then be educated about these countries you're talking about. Because there's no parallel.
I like to tell Mr. Trump that I saw this movie before when Nixon was about to be impeached after Watergate. He was also in the Middle East. He came back and they said, sorry, you're out. So don't think that this little trip is giving you a pass. They're still investigating you, darling.